Now on the phone with our continuing coverage of the storms that are just wreaking havoc again across the Midwest is David Barnes. He is the director for the Oklahoma Emergency Management. Thank you very much for taking the time this evening to join us, David. The first thing I want to get clarified from you, if you are able to, the number of deaths that have been confirmed in your state at this point.
Well, in our area, we're still having 2 fatalities confirmed. We have not gotten any updated numbers from that. I do know that search and rescue operations continue west of the metro area in the El Reno and Mustang area, but we still just have a fatality of 2.
Okay, and David, those 2, that being the mother and baby who were reportedly killed, was it along Interstate 40?
That's correct.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about what happened there?
Well, it's my understanding that they were, for whatever reason, found themselves in either high winds or an actual tornado, and their vehicle left the road and was turned upside down.
And I understand that was a big problem for a lot of people because this storm, this tornado, hit during rush hour. People were on I-40. They were driving into the storm. It appeared to just be rain, these rain-wrapped tornadoes. So people didn't know they were driving right into a tornado. They thought they were just driving into heavy rain, trying to get away from it. Tell us about the situation on I-40 at this point. I understand that there's crumbled cars, tractor trailers that have been overturned.
That's correct. There's still vehicles there that are being removed. And what you were saying is correct. The rain wrap situation definitely complicated it, in addition to being rush hour traffic and large amounts of traffic that were trying to leave the metropolitan area because of the storms. And we also had a training effect on the storms themselves with multiple cells coming through, actually 2 and 3 tornadoes on the ground simultaneously following the same track right along Interstate 40.
You know, David, I know that this is part of Tornado Alley. Out there, you're used to these storms, you're used to tornadoes, you know how to deal with them. Compare this, the situation that you dealt with tonight, all of these tornadoes at once and so quickly, with other situations that you've had to deal with.
Well, we're not strangers to disaster situations. In fact, Oklahoma ranks 3rd in the nation in presidentially declared disasters. So natural disasters are something that occur here quite frequently, despite the fact that we're not a coastal state or a very large state, comparatively speaking. But Oklahomans are very resilient. Our response mechanisms are extremely strong. We're big on regional planning and response capabilities. And Oklahomans, very bluntly, know how to take care of business when difficult things happen. They step up, they take care of their neighbors, they take care of their families and friends. And they do quite well with these situations. Awareness is a big issue for us, and we have to be careful to not become apathetic because we do have so much severe weather. But when these events occur, our people respond quite well, and again, the response mechanisms are quite strong, and we have a great team effort.
And can you tell us about the situation on the ground right now? What have you seen in terms of damage? How widespread is the damage so far that you've been able to see?
Well, the damage that I'm familiar with actually extends about 4 or maybe 5 different counties. It's typically along Interstate 40 and south along Interstate 35, again affecting the same area that was struck so hard just about a week ago. But most of the damage is going to be from flooding situations right now. We also have a great deal of wind damage. Actual tornado damage appears to be somewhat comparatively minimal, with the exception of out west on Interstate 40. But we do have current flash flood warnings out. We're still under severe thunderstorm warning in Oklahoma County. So we're not quite through with it yet. We've had a tremendous amount of very large hail.
What about the situation in Moore, Oklahoma, where the EF5 hit last Monday?
Well, they got hit again tonight. I don't believe they have any additional tornadic damage. I've been in contact with the emergency manager down there, and they have a lot of power lines down again. They have a lot of tree damage again. They have hail and flooding, but they are not experiencing additional tornado damage that I'm aware of. So efforts continue down there to clean up and to restore from the events of a week ago, and this just kind of compounded that. But again, they continue to move forward. There's a lot of resources on the ground, and resiliency continues to kick in.
You know, you keep saying that word resilient, and I have a couple friends that live there in Oklahoma. I was able to get in touch with them tonight. One of them, her mother was in Moore, Oklahoma when the tornado hit last week on Monday. She happened to be in Oklahoma City in the hospital tonight when the tornado hit. You know, there's a point where people just say enough is enough. This is crazy and ridiculous. And, you know, what do you say to all of these residents that are going to wake up again tomorrow morning and deal with this damage, these deaths and injuries, and now, you're dealing with flooding?
Well, it's difficult to really explain a lot of the things that occur and why they occur, but I think the key point that we're going to focus on and continue to focus on is our ability to recover and to help one another in that endeavor. When people come out tomorrow and the sun's out and weather looks great, we'll pick up and clean up and restore and continue to move forward and help one another.
Yeah, but no doubt you need everyone to stay home tonight, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. Getting on the roads is not a good proposition tonight, and again, we still have severe thunderstorms in the area, and there's still a great deal of flooding, localized street flooding and flash flooding taking place, and still a lot of hail around, so people need to just stay put.
In terms of retrieving all those vehicles on Interstate 40, how is that progressing, and do you need any assistance?
Well, it's progressing quite well, but we continue to have traffic backups and problems in different areas, particularly low-lying areas. But Oklahoma Highway Patrol, as you were speaking with them a little earlier, they are very good at getting the roadways open and being able to move those vehicles out of the way and clear the obstructions quickly.
All right, David Barnes joining us from Oklahoma tonight. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We're going to be on the air all night tonight, so I'm sure we'll check back in with you for any updates. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Heather, I'm really struck by